The whole world is searching for happiness. And the answer for that happiness is there in Bhagavad Gita. So, most of the time, people think that happiness can be obtained through our senses. You know. So, how do you happy by eyes? How do you become happy by eyes? By seeing something beautiful or nice. You know. If you see a nice picture, you feel happy. If you see a nice rose, you become happy. Or flower, or if you see a beautiful scenery, you become happy. How do you become happy? By ears? By listening to nice music. So most of the sense happiness derived is temporary. You will be happy with the tongue as long as the sweet gulab jamun is there in your mouth. Once the gulab jamun is finished, happiness finished, right? How long you can be happy with the sense pleasure, like with the ears, as long as you are listening to the music. Once that is finished, your happiness is finished. So that sense happiness is always temporary. Senses are called as Vishaya. Senses in Sanskrit is called as Vishaya. Vishaya means senses. Now, Vishaya is the word derived from wish. Wish is poison actually. Wish, English wish means desire, but in Sanskrit the wish means poison. And Vishaya means the senses which are injecting the visha in your body is called Vishaya. You understand? So when we are trying to be more enjoying through the senses, actually we are trapping ourselves in it. That is called Vishaya Bhoga. So if you eat too much, you are poisoning yourself, right? If you anything you do too much in the senses is the source of your misery. So Bhagavad Gita teaches you how to be happy in a real sense. So our innate nature as Atma is to be happy. Even the child who is just born also want to be happy. An old man also want to be happy, and everybody wants to be happy. Because our nature is happy, but nature is to be happy, but we don't know how to find the happiness. We are by nature spiritual, and we are trying to find happiness through material, because we are by nature, we are Atma, and we are trying to be happy by material senses, so which is incompatible. For example, if you keep a fish in a jar filled with milk, will fish survive? Even though milk is a liquid better than water, but will fish survive with the milk? No. Why? Because the fish is compatible with water, not with the milk. Even though you might think that milk is more nutritious. Similarly, Atma cannot be happy with bhautik, material things, because by nature Atma is spiritual. So spiritual and material doesn't go together, it's mismatch. So spiritual has to be with spiritual. So how Atma can be happy? How a child can be happy? When the child is with parents. If you give a child chocolate or biscuit or whatever it is, child will be happy for that. But when the child remembers the parents, then he wants parents. Yes, so Atma can be happy only when it is united with Paramatma. That is our real happiness. So now you may not have material happiness, sources of material happiness. You know, may not have a big screen TV or good sound system or whatever it is. You know, good food. But somehow or other, you are spiritually inclined, and you enjoy, you start practicing the bhakti yoga, start doing the japa, start doing the meditation mantras, start reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, and start enjoying that, then that happiness is eternal, because it's a matching, it's perfect match. That is what you're looking for. You understand? So that is why people who are looking for material happiness, they need variety. Say you go for a vacation to Hawaii, then next time you want to go to vacation somewhere else. Why? Because you are done with that material happiness. Gulab jamun is done. You need something else now to eat, right? You eat one pizza and then give you another pizza. No, no, I will take something else. Right? When there is a you, because material happiness is temporary. It is not everlasting. But once you start enjoying the spiritual happiness, then it is everlasting and is joyful. And that is where we do have mantra meditation practice. Huh? So, this mantra, which is there on the screen, is a spiritual mantra. See, this is a spiritual sound vibration, and there is a material sound vibration is like talking about, say, some politics or cricket or some movie star or something like that. Does it give you happiness? Sometimes, yes, but it is not permanently, right? You read a newspaper and tomorrow you want another. Today's newspaper you won't read tomorrow. Why? Because that's old. Material expiry. But Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, 5,000 year old, but you still read, you will feel happy. Ramayana, people have heard about Ramayana and seen Ramayana for many times, but still people enjoy it, right? Like there was a Ramayana serial when I was young by Ramanand Sagar. Huh? So that time when I was in grade 10, the serial was so much popular that the streets were like empty. Everybody watching TV at that particular time. It was such a popular serial. Why? Well, everybody knows that Hare Krishna, welcome, welcome. How are you, Gaurav? Chaitanya, how are you? Hare Krishna, welcome, welcome. Exam done? Very nice. You seem relaxed now for a while. Good, good. Nice. So we were just talking about the mantra. So this is a spiritual vibration. And the difference between the spiritual and material vibration is that material vibrations, like as we were talking about politics or Bollywood or cricket or whatever it is, they give you happiness for a very short time. While this is everlasting. And we were considering the example of Ramayana. Like Ramayana, everybody knows about Ramayana, but still people watch it, right? Or see it or read it. Why? Because it's ever joyful. It's a nectar. Nectar is amrut. Amrut means it never get satisfied. It's always giving you happiness. So similarly is the sound vibration, this mantra. So once you start enjoying the sound vibration, then you will really feel nectar. Now, how do you start practicing? Once you practice, then you start enjoyment. So, how do you practice this mantra meditation, right? This is an essential practice where you connect Atma with Paramatma. We all are Atma by nature, like you have this body, he has this type of body, she has different type of body, and Chaitanya has a different body, I have different body, Prabhuji has a different body. We all look different, right? Right? Now, like your shirt is blue and his gray and white and different color shirts. Uh, are you your shirt? No, you say this is my shirt, right? You never say me shirt, right? Why? Because you can change the shirt anytime, right? It's not you, you're not the shirt. You say this is my shirt, right? You say this is my glass or my drum or my book or my computer. Why do we say that? Because we know that like it is a different entity and I can change it if required, right? And then you say my head, you say my back, my arm. What does that mean? that you are different than the arm. You are not the arm, you are much more than arm, right? You say, this is my body. When there is a fevers, people say, my body is aching. You say, I'm aching. Anybody says, I'm aching? Yeah, I have a body ache or I have a back ache. Or so we all know that we are not this body. I never say me book, I say my book. I never say me body, I say my body. So we all subconsciously know that as I'm not the shirt, I'm not this body. Do you agree with that? This is a innate nature. Even you ask a little kid, kid will say my nose, my cheek, my ear, something like that. Because everybody by birth knows that we are not the body. And that is the basic of spirituality. That we are not this body. This body is going to finish today or tomorrow. It's a finish. So, like say, I'm making friendship with you. I know that my friendship is not going to last longer because your interest and my interest are different. Then how much energy should I install in this relationship? Limited. But if I have my son or my family, I know this is a long-lasting relationship. I should pay more attention there, right? Is that correct? Like we have a friends and we have family, so we have family at the top, right? Because that is most important. So we spend more time for the family, and then comes the other things, right? Because that is important relationship. We know that this body is not going to last longer. Maybe 10 years, 15 years, 100 years. So how much energy we should put for that body, and how much energy we should put for the Atma, which is our real identity. This is very important. So those who are intelligent will think that, oh, I'm spending out of 24 hours, how much time I'm giving for Atma and how much time I'm spending for the body. Because this body is going to finish. This body is going to cheat me one day. I'm going to spend all my time for the body and the body is going to be finished. So what is the use of spending so much time for the body? I should spend some time for Atma, which is my identity. Huh? I know that this is my body, which means that I am not this body. You say this is my head. I am not the head. My mind, which means I am not the mind. Actually, we are neither body, we are neither mind, we are neither intelligence. We are something higher, but we don't know who we are. You understand the point? This is the basic understanding of spirituality. And that's where Bhagavad Gita starts. When you do not understand this, that's where confusion starts. That's where uh, depression, anxiety, or lack of confidence is because you don't know who you are actually, or you don't know how powerful you are, how energetic you are. You don't know your strength, and then you feel depressed, or you feel lack of energy, or you feel demotivated. Suppose I tell you that okay, you're some child who does not know who is his father, and that child is begging money here and there. But if I tell that child that oh, your father is a multimillionaire, you don't have to beg, then what will happen? The child will be very happy, and he will have more confidence now that my father is a big millionaire. Let me connect with my father. Similarly, we are all Atma by nature, and Atma has tremendous power because Atma is part and parcel of Paramatma. Actually, Atma is a superpower, the storehouse of all energy. Krishna's energy is there in Atma. The qualities of Krishna are there in Atma, and that is what we are. But we have forgotten that we are connected with the super source. Right? We have like lost our relationship with the Father somehow or other, right? So that child who is lost, we tell the child, "Oh, your father is like a billionaire," So then child will be happy. Similarly, we are Atma and we are connected with Paramatma. We are part of Him, but just because you are entrapped in this body, you think that I am this body. But this body is going to get finished after few months or few years, or it's just a matter of time. So then what happens? This Atma, which is trapped in this body, has to go to another body. And again, the forgetfulness that Atma has forgotten that, oh, I am connected with Paramatma. So then he thinks, now when I leave this body, and I might get a body like you, for example, then I'll think, oh, I'm like, say, if I die and I get a birth in somebody else's house, like, say, Muslim family, for example, then what will I say? I'm Muslim. Just because Atma was traveled from one family to another family. And then same Atma, myself, go from this body when I die, when my body dies, to say Christian family. Then what will I say? I'm Christian. Like that, huh? So this way the Atma keeps on traveling. Like you came from India to Thunder Bay. So from Gujarat or Bombay or whatever it is, you came from there to Thunder Bay. So you say Thunder Bay is now your address. Then after 2 years, then you go to Toronto. So your address is Toronto. Then you go to America. The address is America. You are the same. The address is changing. Atma is the same. The body is changing. You understand? So this is the main reason of for forgetfulness. Like say I forget to change my address. All the letters will go to old address. You will not receive anything. You will forget, oh, what's happening now? But you didn't change your address. Similarly, we have to keep our connection with Paramatma. No matter whether I am born as a Hindu or Indian or Canadian or whatever the religion I am born in, family I am born in, or whatever the country, but my real identity is that I'm a spiritual spark. Suppose I get a birth as a dog. My Atma, because of my karma, gets birth as a dog. What happens? I'll just start barking and I will enjoy what the dog is enjoying. Suppose my Atma goes and becomes a fish, then what will I enjoy? Water. Huh? Suppose my Atma becomes a hog. Hog means pig. You know pig? In India there are pigs everywhere. What do the pigs enjoy? They still dirty material, right? So when I see a pig, do you go near to the pig? Never go near to the pig. Why? Because they are dirty. But pigs enjoy that, right? So because that is the nature of that sharira, that body. So every body has a particular likes. Like your body has a particular affinity. Your body has a particular affinity. Everybody has a different likes because you have acquired this body. Then how do you acquire this body? Because of your karmas. So now, according to the body, you start enjoying the body. But you forget that your real identity is different. And that is where the confusion starts. So then you spend all the time behind the body. So if you're a dog, you spend all time behind dog as a dog body. If you're a human, like say you're born in particular type of family, you spend all time in that. But you forget that all this is going to be finished. It's a waste of time. Our real identity is to, as a Atma, we should spend more time for Paramatma because that is what our real happiness is. So, mantras are the sources which connects us with Paramatma. This is a sound vibration. So, when you want to talk to somebody in India, what do? You call them. Then what happens? The sound vibration travels. Right? For example, now I'm talking And our friends who are joining us online, they are in, say, different cities. We have Kadambari ji joining us from Marathon. Then we have Santosh Prabhu joining us from Thunder Bay, but online. Anyway, so the idea is that sound is traveling. And if somebody joins from some other country, the sound will travel. Similarly, when you recite this sound vibration, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what will happen? The sound will travel. Where does it travel? It travels inside and outside, both actually. So in our heart, there are two Atmas. One is Atma and another is Paramatma. Now when we recite this sound vibration, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this sound vibration is connecting Atma with Paramatma. And if you practice this every day, then you will feel tremendous strength, power. Why? Because you are tapping into your innate potential, your energy. Your energy is spiritual, not material. But you are not able to grasp that energy. You understand this? You have tremendous power, but you don't know how to tap into it. So you can do miracles, like Srila Prabhupada could do miracles by establishing hundreds of temples, thousands of books, millions of books, thousands of disciples. Why? Because he could tap into this energy of Krishna. Krishna, he could connect with Krishna. As soon as you are connected with Krishna, your life will be miracle. I guarantee you. It has happened with me also. So because you get tremendous strength, you will never feel tired, you will always feel energetic, lots of new ideas. Krishna will send you all the resources. You want it and it will happen because you are connected with Krishna. You understand? So that is why this practice is very important for all of us, because we want to be really happy, not temporarily happy. We just don't want to be happy for 1 minute or 5 minutes. We want to be happy at every second. Right? So as long as you are in this mood of Krishna consciousness, you'll feel happiness. As soon as you get out of this mood of happiness, Krishna consciousness, and you enter into a material mood, say you are reading a newspaper. When you are reading newspaper, what happens? Your mind is into that particular news, right? Or you are watching a movie. What happens? Your mind is connecting with that particular movie. So your whole body vibration is that particular thing what you are doing. Suppose you are watching some horror movie, then your whole vibrations of your body are negative. But suppose the same thing you are reading Krishna book or reading Bhagavad Gita, the whole vibrations are positive. You understand? So these vibrations drive the energy. Okay. So what I'm trying to share with you is that this mantra has tremendous power. But what I need you is that just give it a chance. You may not have done it before, so maybe you want to give it a chance by spending 10 minutes of your time in a day, which is not a big time, you know. But see how it makes difference in your life. And if you really get benefited, then there is no charge to it, right? So you can practice more. And more you practice the mantra, more you will feel energetic. More you will feel positive. More you will feel determined. You know, your determination will be powerful. More you will feel like tolerant. You know, no matter what people say, you will be very tolerant. You will not get disturbed. Sometimes nowadays people say something, you get disturbed. But when you become truly spiritual by nature, when you're connected with Atma, with Paramatma, then it's all wonderful. Huh? So do you want to give a try practicing this mantra for some time today? Hmm? Is that okay? So let's try this. So if you remember the mantra, then you can close the eyes, or you can keep your eyes open, and the mantra is there on the screen as well as on the, we created two beautiful signs here. Can you see that, those signs? Huh? Here, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So these mantras are transcendental sound vibrations. So what we do is that when we recite this mantra, we focus on the sound vibration. So like that. I'm going to listen to it while I'm reciting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so let's all chant together. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in this way, you can chant this mantra every day and see how it makes difference in your life. Basically, the science says that when you chant the mantras, your transcranial blood flow increases. So you feel more blood flow going to the brain, your heart rate goes down, your respiratory rate goes down, and you feel very relaxed. So try doing it every day, morning time, when you are fresh, it's better. When you feel tired, then you again close your eyes and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So whenever you feel tired, you can do this. It will give you energy. You'll feel much better. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Welcome. How are you, Beto? Come. So, Hare Krishna, Beto. How are you? Oh, good. So, um, some people, some students actually, they ask me some questions. They send me some questions. So I thought maybe we will take some question answers. I had some questions from some of the people. So before we do that, we'll chant this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So let's recite it together 3 times. Wherever you are, sit straight, neck in the line with the back, and we all chant together. Om Namo Bhagavate So, somebody asked me this question. When you come across some people, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When you come across Hare Krishna, welcome, welcome. So questions, there are four questions people asked me last week. So one of the question was, I will go over the questions first and then we'll try to find answers. One question was, why bad thing happens to good people and even to the devotees. One of my friend, he is of my age and he got diagnosed with the cancer, and by the time they diagnosed with the cancer had already spread to other parts of the body. So he got a stage 4 lung cancer, and very young boy in his age, early 50s, you know. So then the question came, he is not a smoker, he has no family history of cancer, and he's a very healthy, health conscious person. So how did he get this disease? So, uh, and then sometimes the devotees also, you know, Krishna devotees also get, like one of the sannyasis also got a melanoma, which spread, and he was suffered. One of our devotee, while traveling in Vrindavan, actually, uh, he was traveling on a bicycle in a Vrindavan, and a car hit him and he died on the spot. Young boy. So the questions come is that why bad thing happens to good people and even to the people who are surrendered to Krishna. They say that okay, you surrender to Krishna, Krishna will protect you. Then how did that happen to this person? You know, so like that. So this was one of the questions which came to. Then another question which came is how to overcome bad habits. Some people have bad habits, you know, like say getting up early in the morning is a good habit, but people cannot get up somehow or other. Or some people have a bad habit of smoking, or some people have a bad habit of addicting to the smartphones, social media bad habits, or some people are habituated to drinking coffee or tea or like that, you know. So this is another question which came up this week, that how does Bhagavad Gita help you to overcome? Does Srimad Bhagavatam help you to overcome? Then one of the question which came this week to me was, if somebody does bad to you, then what do we do? Should we condemn them, or what should we do in this case? You know, can Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam help you to deal with this situation where something unfortunate happens with you in your relationship? So, or somebody criticizes you or something. So, what do we do? And then the next question which came up this week was, uh, one of this is that, are there two souls in our body or one soul in our body? Is a, so, what is soul? How does soul look like? You know, this was another question which was asked. So maybe we can take one question today, and we have Hare Krishna, Betu. How are you? What happened to your hand? My hand is okay, good, good, good. So today we will take one or two questions, whatever we can cover, and then we have a very interesting presentation by about 38 children are joining us online, and we have Rishabh here. So they are going to join us all the way from different parts of Canada, and they are going to present us something. So we are going to listen to them. Young kids, we have our friend, her name is Avni Mataji. Do you know Avni Mataji? Yeah, she's her teacher. So she teaches online shlokas to children. So you can also join her. She's very good teacher. She has visited us here in Thunder Bay, and she teaches online Bhagavad Gita shlokas. And all these children who have learned the shlokas from her, they know it by heart actually. So they're going to recite for us. And the idea is that We get motivated from these children, and maybe we also, if anybody wants to learn, then we can do that. Because if children like 5 years of age can do, we can definitely do it, right? Is that it? So that's the idea of this presentation with Avani Mataji. But let's do one question before we jump into that. One question is why bad thing happens to good people and even to the devotees. Like some people, even after doing lots of pious activities, like some people do a lot of donations, right? They give a lot of, like say, they visit all the holy places, they do a lot of dan dakshina, they do all the rituals, but then the bad thing happens to them. And on the contrary, people who are not not into the spirituality or religious practices, they do all the bad things, but they have every facility they can imagine. Huh? Right? You've seen like this is contradiction, or sometimes when there is a calamity. Like yesterday, there was a news that a bridge collapsed in Gujarat, and 91 people died. Did you hear about that? No, you didn't hear. Okay, you'll hear tomorrow, or today also you heard it. So there are some innocent people also die in a tragedy like this. If there is a tsunami, or if there is a earthquake, or if there is a natural calamity, for example, then innocent people also suffer. It's not only that everyone. So why is this package? So how do you deal with this contradictions? And some people they lose faith in God because, like some people say, okay, I'm practicing so much spiritual aspects, but all the bad things are happening to me. So better not to do it then. They lose their faith also. So what is the solution in this situation, right? How do you deal with this? Like you can say, Krishna, when Lord Krishna was on the planet, Pandavas had to undergo a lot of sufferings actually. Pandava's life was not easy, right? Like if you consider the life of Kunti, Mata Kunti, her life was like she lost her husband, right? And then she had 5 children. All the children were sent into exile, and then they were trying to be getting killed, and they were cheated, and their wife was humiliated. And what else you want, right? This is enough, right? इतना सारा दुख तो काफ़ी है ना. आपको घर से निकाल दिया, आपसे सब धन संपत्ति ले लिया, आपकी पत्नी को भी ह्यूमिलेट किया, और क्या चाहिए? इतना दुख काफ़ी नहीं है. और भगवान कृष्ण तभी तो वहाँ पे थे. इट्स नॉट दैट कृष्ण वॉज इन हिज ओन अबोर्ड. तो फिर इतना सारा दुख क्यों पड़ा पांडवों को? ऐसा हम कहते हैं कि भगवान कृष्ण सबकी रक्षा करते हैं. तो जब भगवान थे तभी तो उनके भक्तों को इतना दुख आया, तभी नहीं बचा सके, है ना? तो क्या करें? तो ये है कि कभी कभी हम भी भक्ति करते हैं, लेकिन हमें भी बहुत सारा दुख आ सकता है. तो फिर हम कैसे डील करें इसको? आपके जीवन में ऐसा नहीं कि सभी दिन अच्छे होने वाले हैं. देयर विल बी बैड टाइम्स आल्सो, राइट? तो इससे हम कैसे कोप अप करें और हमारी भक्ति में हमारी श्रद्धा, we become stronger in our practice rather than weaker. Sometimes unnecessary things will happen in your life like you never imagined. Then what do? Like say a family, I came across a very nice devotee family, and their daughter, like 11 years old, got diagnosed with leukemia and died at a very young age. Now this devotee have spent like whole life for Krishna service, right? And then their daughter died with the cancer. How do you deal with this? So there will be circumstances in our life which will be very contradictory to our understanding actually. So how do you deal with those situations? So this is one question, and this was a question asked to me by one of my very good friend actually. So I thought maybe should explore more into this and try to come out. Do you think this is relevant for us, or this is important for all of us to understand? So what is the solution? So Lord Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that karmanno yapi bodhavyam, gahana karmano gati. Gahana karmano gati means very deep actually. Deep means no matter how hard you try, you will never be able to understand the results of your karmas. We do karmas by various ways. One is by our hands, right? Second is by our mind also. And third is by our speech. So you do action by your speech, by your mind, and by your hands. And no matter how many pious activities you have done, you say you have donated $1 million for a good cause, a hospital or something like that. But those $1 million cannot compensate for the bad karmas you have done. You see, you have one good karma account and one bad karma account. Both accounts are simultaneous. It is not that this positive account will negate this negative account. So, आपने बहुत सारे पुण्य किए हैं, उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आपको पाप का फल नहीं मिलेगा. वो दोनों कंपलसरी है. पाप का भी फल मिलेगा और पुण्य का भी फल मिलेगा. पुण्य का पॉजिटिव रहेगा, पाप का सफरिंग. दोनों. जैसे कि वी आर डूइंग so many negative karmas every single day by our hand, by our mind, or by our speech. So, do you think that you will be able to overcome those negative karmas by your positive karmas? Which is not possible. Like for example, we are cooking vegetables. हम तो वेजिटेरियन है ना? तो हम तो वेजिटेरियन ही कुक करेंगे. लेकिन हम जब कुक करते हैं तभी भी बहुत सारे बैक्टीरिया और जर्म्स मर जाते हैं, है ना? तो उसका क्या हमें फल नहीं मिलेगा? बताइए. किलिंग इज अ किलिंग, राइट? स्मॉल किलिंग और बिग किलिंग. किसी को मारना तो ये पाप ही है. आप अगर एक गाय को मारो या कोई पशु को मारो या फिर कोई बैक्टीरिया को मारो, यू आर टेकिंग द लाइफ, राइट? So, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, what does Lord Krishna says? Here is the shloka. If you want to, you can repeat after me. Karmanno hyapi bodhavyam. Karmanno api bodhavyam. Bodhavyam cha vikarmana. Bodhavyam cha vikarmana. Akarmanascha bodhavyam. Akarmanascha bodhavyam. Gahana karmano gati. Gahana karmano gati. Very good. So Lord Krishna is saying, you can repeat after me, the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. What does very hard to understand means? No matter how much time you spend, you will not understand. It's very difficult. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Yes. So Lord Krishna is saying that if you really want to understand this Gahana Karmano Gati, then you should know three things. What is good karma, what is bad karma, and what is the karma without results. This is called akarma. So Lord Krishna is saying, कर्मणो ही अपि बोधव्यम बोधव्यम च विकर्मणा. कर्म विकर्म दो शब्द है यहाँ पे. पहला कौन सा शब्द है? कर्म. दूसरा शब्द है विकर्म. यहाँ देखिए, कर्मणो ही अपि बोधव्यम बोधव्यम च विकर्मणा. अकर्मणा. Akarma means third type of karma where there is no result to it. हाँ तो अभी देखिए karma means good actions which are not sinful. Vikarma means sinful action. And akarma means that doing good actions without expecting anything out of it, for the pleasure of Krishna. So you are saying that you are cooking the food, vegetarian food, so you might be killing bacteria. But then you are cooking it for service of Krishna. So like say a soldier fights and kills enemy, but he is working on behalf of government of that particular country. So then even though he is killing, he is given a medal. Why? Because he is acting under authority. But same soldier, if he kills anybody on the street without authority, he will be punished. Right? So similarly, we have to cook the food. Hare Krishna, welcome. So we can't survive, but then we have to act under the authority of Krishna. Hey Krishna, I am cooking this food. I might kill bacteria while cooking, but can you please take this as a prasad and authorize this food? That is why we call prasadam. So we don't eat the food in the restaurant. Why? Because even though it's a vegetarian food, there is some killing involved there. Bacteria, some plants are also living entities, right? So we kill them. So instead of eating the food where there is a killing involved, we act under the authority of Krishna. Right? So that is why whatever the food you prepare at home, what do? You offer it to Krishna. आपके घर पे आप जो भी बनाएंगे, जैसे कि आप खिचड़ी बनाया, राइस बनाया, दाल बनाई, रोटी बनाई, so what do? तो भगवान को ऑफर करना है. क्यों ऑफर करना है? ऐसा नहीं कि भगवान आपकी रोटी खा जाएंगे, हाँ जितना है उतना ही रहेंगे, लेकिन एक कॉन्शियसनेस है कि ये करते वक्त हमने कुछ गलत कर दिया है शायद, तो भगवान हमें माफ़ करें. तो ये तो हो गया कि श्री श्री गौरताय की जय, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मी हनुमान जी की जय, श्री श्री राधा वल्लभ की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा. So we have understood this now, but before this, we have done so many bad karmas. Like say for example, I am driving and some bacteria are killed underneath my car. Or car wiper, आप कहते हैं कि I am non-violent, but you are always killing because when you use the wiper blade, so many bacteria are killed. जैसे कि आपके घर में आप मॉस्किटो रिपेलेंट लगाते हैं, so you basically you kill those. There is a killing involved. You can't say that you are not violent completely. देखिए कर्म की गति बहुत गहन है, इसमें से कोई मुक्ति नहीं मिलेगी हमें. हम जितना भी छोटा मोटा भी किलिंग करेंगे, जैसे कि हम पेस्टिसाइड लगाते हैं लॉन में, तो आपको क्या लगता है आपको माफ मिल जाएगा? नहीं, यू विल बी गिवन पनिशमेंट. वन लॉज ऑफ नेचर आर वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट. भगवान क्या कहते हैं? गहना कर्मनो गति. कर्म की गति बड़ी गहन है. अगर हम किसी के बारे में कुछ बुरा भी सोच लें, if we think something bad about somebody, is it a good or bad? If I say that okay, this person is ridiculous and this and that, I start criticizing you in my mind. You are creating a negative ripple for yourself, and we will suffer. You say something bad to someone, definitely there will be reaction. Karmas are not going to leave anybody. So that is why karma did not leave even the devotees. भगवान के भक्त हैं, उनको भी सफर होना पड़ा. क्यों? क्योंकि there are karmic reactions. Actually, there are many pastimes. Like Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was born with the blindness because he had done some karmas in his previous life. So everybody of us, we might be enjoying something or suffering something because of Our some karmas we have done in past. Some good karmas we did, so we have all the facilities now. But your negative account will also come back to you. It is not that all positives will happen. You know, life graph is never vertical, it never goes up. It is never straight line, it never goes down also. It is always up and down, up and down. Why? Because gahana karmano gati. Karma ki gati badi deep hai. We just don't understand this. So what do you do in this case? What do you do? How do you overcome this thing? How do you deal with this conflict of good and bad? Yes? Can you say louder? हाँ, ऑलवेज बी कृष्ण कॉन्शियस. जो भी आप करें भगवान को ध्यान में रख के करें कि हे प्रभु मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, अगर इसमें कुछ भी गलती हो जाए तो आप हमें थोड़ी क्षमा कर देना. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर कृष्णा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे. तो ये मंत्र में कृष्ण और राम दोनों है. तो भगवान कृष्ण एंड राम will always be there with you when you chant this mantra, and he will always bless you that okay Krishna, my intentions are clear, but if something happens you please forgive me. I don't do intentionally, but कुछ गलती से हो जाए तो, है ना. जैसे हम कुकिंग इसलिए नहीं करते कि हमें जंतु मारने हैं, हमें तो खाना पकाना है इसलिए हम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उसमें भी कुछ किलिंग तो हो रहा है. जैसे कि मैं ड्राइव इसलिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ कि मैं सब जंतु को मार दूँ, लेकिन मुझे काम पे जाना है, हॉस्पिटल जाना है, कुछ पैसे कमाने हैं, फैमिली संभालनी है, हाँ वी हैव टू पे एक्सपेंसेस. तो क्या करें? जैसे कुछ बच्चे लोग हैं, दे वर्क इन से रेस्टोरेंट वेयर दे आर सर्विंग मीट. ओके, बट नाउ यू हैव टू सर्वाइव, राइट? सो व्हाट डू यू डू? इट्स अ बैड कर्मा टू सर्व द मीट. इज अ बैड कर्मा. इज इट राइट और रॉन्ग? अगर आप, कुछ लोग कहेंगे कि हम नहीं मार रहे हैं, लेकिन मार नहीं रहे, लेकिन सर्विंग तो चल रहा है, सब कर्मा तो लगेगा. सो व्हाट डू यू डू इन दैट केस? इट इज अनअवॉइडेबल. अगर आपको मीट रेस्टोरेंट में काम करना ही पड़ा, कंपलसरी है, आपको कोई जॉब ही नहीं मिल रही है, यू हैव टू वर्क इन मीट रेस्टोरेंट, व्हाट डू यू डू? देन यू प्रे टू कृष्णा, हे कृष्णा, आई एम फोर्स्ड टू डू दिस. Whatever you earn, you use some for service of Krishna. You pay your bills, you use it for, and then you pray to Krishna, हे भगवान मुझे कोई इसमें से बाहर निकालना. I am forced to do this because it is unavoidable. Right? So in this way, everybody suffers. Now only thing is that the psychology of when devotee suffers is different than a non-devotee suffers. जो भगवान के ऊपर जिसको पूरा भरोसा है, तो वो क्या कहता है भगवान को? जब दुख के दिन आते हैं, बुरे दिन आते हैं, तो क्या कहता है कि हे भगवान, अगर आप नहीं होते तो ये और भी बुरा हो जाता. आप है तो अगर, इफ यू से ऑन द स्केल ऑफ 1 to 10 योर मिजरीज आर से 10, then a devotee will say, Krishna, if you would not have been there, my miseries would have been 100. But because of you, it is 10. Right? And then a non-devotee, even though misery is 5, he will complain. He will suffer. While the non-devotee has, because he has no support, spiritual support, right? So this is the difference. So that is why sufferings are compulsory. Problems are compulsory, suffering is optional. You can decide whether you want to suffer or not, because you are Krishna conscious, like that. So in this way, we'll pause here. We'll answer all the questions next week. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on screen our friends who are joining us, all the students who are joining us today. Oh, oh, sorry, I got muted actually here. Okay, sorry about that. Hare Krishna. One second. Hare Krishna. Okay, one second. I'm going to now. Our friends, kids are already there online, so we will join them. Yes, Prabhuji, we are joining. 1 second, we'll join. 1 second. So, we all the kids ready there, and our kids are here. So, loading messages. So, okay, 1 second. Okay, I have to. Are you ready, Rishan? Yeah, the link is there, but I have to put it on the computer. So, yeah. Let's see. I just emailed myself the link. So here is the link. So ask to join camera fit. Okay, 1 second. I'm just going to change this thing here. Just give me 1 second. Okay, all the kids are here. Hare Krishna, can you all hear us? Hare Krishna. Mm, okay. Why the screen is not showing up here? Microphone is here. Speaker is Hare Krishna Mataji, can you hear us? Okay, 1 second. I am just going to something happened my screen here. I don't know what happened. 1 second. Yeah, yeah, 1 second. So we have Avani Mataji and all the students joining us from Avani Mataji. You can introduce all the students. Yeah. Mataji, 1 मिनट होल्ड करिएगा. Just give us 1 minute. I'm just going to make sure that all people who are joining us online also can see you and hear you. And maybe the sound, if you can increase the volume of your sound, that would be really nice. आपका यहाँ पे तो हमने 100% किया है, लेकिन आपका वॉल्यूम थोड़ा कम दिख रहा है. आपके वहाँ से कुछ वॉल्यूम चेंज हो सकता है? अच्छा. ओके.